Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
He's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Oh, fuck. I didn't realize that was right here. Let's have a different play. Okay.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 4-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
This is just trying to throw a pick.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check. Lucky.
A first down carry by Elliott. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Elliott. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Mike, my boy. I'm coming.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Go to 54. Check. Watch 54.
Prescott on first down. It's caught. Cooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. It's Whitten for the Cowboy touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh boy, now I have to answer back.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Man, just move that dude up.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep running.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yeah,
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big run that time by Elliott, 65 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Easy.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mine's 50. All you get is a headache.
Now Wilson going to throw again. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Procise on the carry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A 2nd down carry for Procise. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Good stop. Good stop, D. Good stop.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay.
Nice 50. Let's go one more. Watch safety quick. Watch it.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. Lynch pushing, but he is not going to get there. They stop him short. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come on first and goal.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Four down.
They'll run with Lynch. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He's got the connection to Cooper. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Intended that time for Cooper.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
first and 10. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. This complete to Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike 54. Hey, let's get that ball, team. Let's get that ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson buying time to his left. He's going to take a shot. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They run it with Carson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's weird.
From midfield, here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And the Seahawks.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's see what you got.
Now it's Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 32 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky play call.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
What we got? He's checking.
Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
To try again after the sack. Wilson throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Looking at linebacker on the right, and the middle linebacker.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He gets 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Back now in Arlington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Get. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill. Check 3.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Nowhere
to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. A first down throw for Prescott.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
47. 26.
Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Prescott steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Prescott from the gun. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
39 yards there, a big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our kick, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
No 3-and-out for this guy.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, pro sides. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, tight. Check 3.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
12. Go, guys, 4 down. What's left? Is that yours? Who's that? Mike's 54.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Wilson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Whose bird is it? Whose bird is
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a focus.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. They got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Prescott now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. One last shot now for Prescott. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot
there. And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the 2-point conversion with no time remaining. And we're off to overtime.
The strength you get.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
I'm so sad that day in the night. Alright. I gotta turn off my Wi-Fi. Thanks for the enticing up. God dang. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm holding it in.